today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming 10-71. It's a rivalry that dates back to 1921. The Packers and Bears are underway from Chicago. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
Well, we've hit that bittersweet week of the NFL season, haven't we? The last week of the regular season, Week 17. Come on, Brandon. Can he win the MVP? Can he do it here in this last game?
Well, he's got to make a strong impression here in the final week. It's an interesting race. My MVP ballot is at the top of my email right now, and I'm not voting until we've seen all the games here today.
I like that. I respect a man that waits until the season is over, doesn't turn it in early. I think if he has a big game here and gets a little bit of help, maybe other guys don't play as well, he's got a great shot.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Tyler Ervin back deep. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Leading the Packers offense out here, the same man who has been doing so since 2008. That's the great Aaron Rodgers.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And somehow he circumvents that first man and makes something out of nothing there for a gain of a couple.
48-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 6 catches, 53 yards.
You think the head coach and the offensive coordinator are able to pull the earplugs out now? Because all week, all they heard was, you know, Coach, they can't guard the pass at all. I mean, they're next to last in the league. Let's throw it on every down.
Yeah, last week we saw the numbers. This week going against second to last in the pass defense area. Good for him. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
That's complete, right around the 8. And the Packers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Second and goal.
They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A.J. Dillon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season is gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. And Jimmy Graham, of course, a guy who's been around a while. Been with New Orleans, Seattle, and most recently with Aaron Rodgers and these Green Bay Packers the last 2 seasons. Had 93 catches in a Packer uniform and went over 1,000 yards combined in those 2 years as well. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
2nd and 11. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got Miller. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal.
Bryce Love, the ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Packers 7, Bears nothing.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. And that'll be complete to Dillon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Packers.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Adams. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and
on the draw, this is Love.
33-yard line.
And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Bryce Love.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's going to be caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
1st and 10.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
The ball carrier.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
46-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
It's only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed as they move the sticks again.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on first.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
1st and 10. At their own.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Working from the gun, Rodgers. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
First down.
They'll run on first down. Dillon. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
He'll look underneath here for Love.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Second and 4 at the Bears' 12-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 6.
And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Brings up second and goal.
On second and goal, Rodgers, touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 21-7.
Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
On the return, Phillips. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Completion left side to Miller. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
Damian Williams, incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. And the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. Rodgers now on 1st down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
1st down.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
On 1st down, Dillon And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Rodgers.
At the 34.
Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
First down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis.
Rodgers.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. His throw caught at about the 5.
Rodgers.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Robert Tonyan with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Good.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Intercepted by the Packers.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
A.J. Dillon.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Green Bay.
They run again with Dillon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
A.J. Dillon.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers.
At the Bears.
He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
7 yards, the pickup there.
3 at the 32-yard line.
Throw left side taken in by Miller.
Anthony Miller. That's good for a Chicago Bear.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Montgomery. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd.
And right side, they're going to go option here.
And he's going to have a Packers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Bryce loved the ball carrier.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. they're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's complete downfield, out left to his running back. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. His pass caught at the 4. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped it. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The D brought the house, they called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want, they go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it, got right to the quarterback, no chance on that 4th down.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On 1st down, here's Love. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
At the 32-yard line. A gain of 7 yards.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Lewis. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bears take over.
At their own 20.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Covered by Jair Alexander.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
The pass. Intercepted by the Packers.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Packers, a final win here means they'll finish at 14-2. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Bears, this loss.
Tonight, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the Minnesota. And off we go from Las Vegas. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Let's take over 1st and 10.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And we get a glance here at their leader. The man who will be calling the plays under center.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
First down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Raiders' 45.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
O.J. Howard.
Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time
pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Leads to second and goal.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Loss of 6 yards.
A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Brings up second and 3.
Second and 3. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Tackle made.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Brings up second and 1.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Complete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Brings up third down and 10.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper. Complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Well, a full right side taken in here to start this drive. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Buccaneers.
Now back to throw. Looking for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10.
At the 24-yard line.
Now this one complete on the slant route. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And to give this time to the tailback. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 4-yard line. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and goal.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
First and
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
First quarter with the score Buccaneers 10, Raiders nothing.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Levante David in on the tackle.
2 yards.
Here's 2nd and 8.
Second and 8.
Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 28. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, yeah, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are back within a score. Point after try forthcoming. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Richard on the return. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
To the running back.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
Looking to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean 1st half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. A give to the fullback on the dive. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, you might want to get out of the way.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down, Buccaneers.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got him.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
How much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the 1st half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
Sideline throw, that's caught. Amari Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a tick under a minute to go before half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. That is caught by the rookie from Bama. It's Henry Ruggs. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
He's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Devin White.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The end result, 21 yards.
At the 36-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
For another Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
This one caught left side by Cooper. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And less than a yard.
They go with Jacobs. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. This pass caught at the 4. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being...
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 46. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 41.
He'll look to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
The throw over the middle taken in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
At the 19-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
2nd and 6. And it's caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. From 6 yards away. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. All right, Charles Davis, what do we make of these numbers and what's happened to the big tight end here?
Well, I think a lot of times we talk so much about adjustments and what you're going to do at halftime that maybe we miss what actually goes on. Because the sense is that, oh, they go in at the half, they just change everything. That's not really true. A Super Bowl winning quarterback out of New York always used to say, you've worked all week on a game plan. There's a reason you have it. Just either play it better or make subtle tweaks to it. Otherwise, there's no sense even going into a ball game. A lot of times that's what they do. Just find a little subtle thing, one little change, and maybe it can make things a little bit better.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to
On
go.
3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider 1st.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Brought down behind.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. First down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
1st and 10.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
3 yards. It's now.
They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. A great play there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Able to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make. Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it. An extra point forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. 3rd down here.
Third down. And 8 yards to go.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
First down, Tampa Bay.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
First and 10.
This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
He's tackled.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Bucs' 29-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. The clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Las Vegas, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.